farmer, friend, singer-songwriter, Lyal Strickland.
And that's farmer, friend, and jack of all trades, Chris Horn.
And we're those Tastebudguys.
Hey, y'all, welcome back. Thanks for joining us one more time. I'm Chris. That's Lyal. We're those Tastebudguys. We really appreciate you joining us. As if it's your first time, hey, we're just two guys. We're just getting together to try something probably new to us, hopefully new to you. Just get our thoughts on it, and we don't really know what we're talking about. We just try stuff just to try stuff. Well, I mean, you're not a sommelier unless you got some.
No, I just love it. It was like such a good intro.
Well, I think the point of this show is just two good old boys. We're just trying some stuff because we want to try new things and get our ideas out there of what we think about it. And if you might be in that same boat where you are curious about something, it may or may not be this.
I think
you might enjoy that content. If this isn't your first time, welcome back. Thanks for coming back.
I think we've just been beaten down by the comment section where we need to feel like we need to preface the show, right?
A little bit, yeah.
But I also think that a lot of those people that beat us down in the comments are the same people that stop folks from trying new things, trying new whiskeys, trying new bourbons, tequilas, whatever. And so we're just
you do you, boo.
Also,
you do you.
QR code on the corner. Send us a tip, buy some beer. I mean, literally every dollar helps.
Some skibby.
It's huge for us. All right.
Some skibby.
We're working with a Missouri distillery today.
Got stories.
Hermann.
Stories.
Hermann Farms out of Hermann, Missouri. Chris's favorite thing in the world is a finished whiskey. He really loves flavored whiskeys.
Okay, I don't mind finished whiskeys.
Flavored.
Flavored whiskeys, and particularly fruit-flavored whiskeys, are one of the banes of my existence.
Bird Dog. He drinks Bird Dog 24/7. He loves it.
Is that?
Right? No?
You know what? Let me asterisk this. At no point have I ever bought a Bird Dog whiskey. I have tried a few of them, and if you like pancake syrup with alcohol in it, it is actually pretty well done. But it is no point something that I'm ever going to want or like. But it's fine. It's fine.
This is
different.
You got a story, but this
is different.
Why don't you pour that?
Yeah, no, we're going to drink it first.
Let's talk about the nose.
Let's get through what everybody wants to hear, and then I'll tell my story.
Oh my God! So this is a full-proof 80 proof whiskey.
Pour a little extra in this one.
I did.
Oh, you did.
I did. I poured a little healthy glass on this one.
Well, first, let's do the drinking, and then we'll talk about, because we got to give them props. This was a donation bottle from Hermann Distilling to us, and we're going to give them props here in just a second. So stick around.
Big thanks to Derek. Yes. Okay, so nose-wise.
Oh, wow. Yeah. The nose isn't what I remember it being. I mean, to be fair, I've had it in big rocks glasses and stuff like that.
It is whiskey with a back end of sour cherry. Like, it's not...
It is corn liquor.
Yes.
Sour cherry.
Yes.
A little bit of
and she's hot.
Barry, marsh, had that malty note in there. There's nothing here that would make you immediately go, "Oh, this is a flavored whiskey."
But she's not
a flavored whiskey.
She's spicy. The alcohol note is high, and it is prevalent.
So we're going to come back to a couple things here in a second, and then we're going to talk about it.
But the cherry.
This will probably be a longer episode, guys. Hang on.
So cherry there is not. It's not heavy-handed. The whiskey.
But it's not fake cherry. It's like if you actually.
No, it's like you're biting into a cherry.
Yeah, if you actually take like a
real cherry.
Is it a Bing? What's the one I'm thinking? The big bright red one we grow around here. Are they Bings?
Maybe.
Are they Bings, Jacqueline? What are they called? Do you know? Anybody know?
Lambic.
Okay. Anyhow, whatever the cherry is that grows in Missouri, I can't think. I eat them all the time, but I don't know what they're called.
Oh, this might be the first episode my mom's sat in on. I feel nervous.
No, it's not.
Is it not?
It's not.
It's the most sober that I've been. What
this
mom said.
Is the most. This is the first episode Lyle's sober enough to remember his mom watching. Congratulations, buddy. I think the biggest takeaway off the nose. My voice just squeaked.
Oh.
The biggest takeaway off the nose is how much of a granary.
Yeah.
Like if you walk through a brewery and you went through their storage room, it has more of that nose than even one with a fruit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not heavy-handed. Now, that said, when you taste it...
By the way, this is a 40% alcohol. This is not a liqueur. This is an actual whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
This is another great
explosion of cherry
Nothing but cherry.
but no. Well, I won't say no sweetness, but when you see sour cherry whiskey, you think it's going to be syrupy. You think it's going to be massive sweet. This is not. This is, when they say sour cherry, it is cherry in a natural level of sweetness for cherries, right? It's big. It's big. It's big. It's big.
It is. She thick, boys. She thick.
Yeah.
It is really, really. I mean, you cut this with a knife, eat it with a fork. It is so thick. To the point,
I want a piece of pie.
as much as he just said, it's not syrupy. He means the flavor, like syrupy flavoring stuff.
Yeah.
It is thick, sticky, sweet, like syrupy, without all the syrupy, without all of the.
It's so hot.
thick
Heavy
point
develop.
I let it stun my face. I'm not getting my. Those jokes that I'm not gonna say. Forget it. That'll be on the internet forever. Anyhow, so real fruit, real whiskey,
Yeah.
light whiskey. What's
Yes.
light whiskey, you say? Okay, well, light whiskey is a higher proof than normal.
Yeah.
So I don't really know much about distilling to tell you actual numbers here. But where normally you take and distill whiskey up to, I think he said 160.
So he said there's two different schools. There's like one that goes up to like 140, right? And then
Okay.
there's one that goes 140 to 160. This is 160 to 180 territory.
Right. And then after that, you get into like some vodka type stuff.
Yes.
So this is what they call light whiskey, which means it's been kind of the opposite of what you might think. It's been produced a little bit longer to get a higher proofing,
Yeah.
which is really nice for stripping down the fruits and bring them back in there. It's not vodka. It's none of that stuff. This is actual whiskey still.
Yeah.
That's proof back down to 40%, which makes one of the greatest fruit whiskeys
Yeah.
I've ever had.
I think this is a good segue to talk about the first time you had this, but I want to give shout outs
Yeah,
to
let's do his first. My stories are
Hermann Farms. My God, first of all, the dude just took us around and showed us the most amazing stuff in their distillery. Just insanely cool.
not in this episode because it's going to go long because I'm going to fanboy over this. But in one of the future episodes, we have some B-roll area that we're going to talk about going over there. Cannot stress to you enough. If you guys have ever thought about going, taking a vacation and you're looking at going to someplace in Missouri and you're thinking Herman, do it.
Especially,
First of all,
does your partner love wine and you like whiskey?
if you ever thought about Napa Valley and you looked at that price tag of $5,000 a person to go out there and spend a weekend, you go, hey man, we can go to Missouri and we'll show you some pictures in different episodes.
Same stuff. Actually, they have a partner, a sister winery, right, out in California.
They do.
In Napa.
They do.
Yeah. Just
Look forward to that episode. But for right now,
sour cherry whiskey. You love
Derek.
flavored whiskeys, right? And when you first were presented this, you thought, "Thank God, another flavored whiskey. I love it. I'm in." Right? Is that exactly how it happened?
first of all, thank you to our friend Tyler, who you know from the show, has been on the show.
Yeah.
Called me one night and said, hey man,
I don't know why I'm thanking him. The bottle never made it back to the studio. So
Thank you, Tyler.
Screw you, Tyler.
Tyler messaged me one night, wanted to smoke a cigar, and I said, come on over, man, and we hung out on the front porch, and he said, I got a bottle of whiskey for you, and then he proceeded to pull out this bottle of sour cherry whiskey from Hermann, which he just took a trip there with his family. It was, let me show that timer so I know how fast to talk.
Oh, you're good.
He pulled this bottle out, and I was like, okay, whatever, man. I mean, you brought the whiskey to my house. Obviously, I'm going to drink with you. This is thing. But in the back of my head, I absolutely was just like, why do you people keep buying flavored whiskey? This stuff is terrible. It's just not. You obviously don't like whiskey. Stop trying to drink it. To be fair, he started pouring glasses of this, and I think I did start out over ice on this. And we smoked a cigar with this, and this probably has become the best cigar smoking whiskey I can ever imagine. It's got just enough sweet to it.
You said that
to kind of cut a little bit of the, if you get a little bit heavy tobacco or burn with your cigar, really cuts that out. Really kind of adds to the sweetness of the smoke.
Yeah.
It's a still foolproof 40% whiskey. We didn't kill the bottle, but probably it was a new bottle. He opened it there. It was probably down here in this range somewhere when he left. This became one of those absolute units that I could not stand and not have again. To the point when we started talking to Derek about bringing something on the show, the only thing I said that I absolutely wanted out of this deal was make sure I got another bottle of this cherry whiskey, because I told him, I said, I cannot tell you how many good things I have to say about this.
Yeah.
It is utterly phenomenal. Genuinely love it. We've got a whole bunch more stuff by them that they donated to the show that we're going to do, including a peach version of this that
is also phenomenal.
Which, I mean, I love peach whiskeys anyways, you know, peach flavoring. Peach flavors.
Yeah.
And this isn't, the other one's just on par with this one. It's just a full 40% peach.
I'm right there with you. And
still my favorite, though.
Thank God we tried some of the casks and stuff that they have working on, because it really set expectations for me. If these people know what they're doing, like they are doing some really serious distilling, and not to say this isn't serious, but this is obviously a pretty big crowd favorite, and it's quality for what it is. It's the best. Yeah, I'm right there with
straight
flavored whiskey.
Over ice mixer. I don't see how you go wrong with this. It'd make an amazing Missouri Mule. It would make a great just overall. I didn't throw it trying to make an old fashioned.
Good old fashioned. And you mentioned mixing this with.
You just throw some bitters in this and we call it good.
Yeah. You mentioned even doing this with a little cream, right?
Yeah, so we was up there. We was talking about an Italian soda with it, and I do think it would make an amazing adult Italian soda.
This is just damn dangerous. Do you have anything else to say about Hermann
so good? Just a thank you to those guys for inviting us out, showing us around, donating some product to the show. As we said, we're trying to do a lot of Missouri stuff right now. We got a lot of focus on that. You're going to see a lot of that in the upcoming months as we finally made it around to go pick up some stuff from several distilleries. And we'll continue that theme throughout the rest of the year. Thank you to Derek and Hermann Farms and some other stuff that's Hermann Farm adjacent. And then finally, what was I going to say? I forgot. I'm
already thinking about next trip I'm going to take out there. It was so beautiful.
Yeah, no, we're
just a really cool piece of the country
next time.
And I'm usually a big Ozarks boy, where I only talk about the Ozarks. I guess they're technically Ozarks.
They're technically Ozarks because they're this side of.
No, they're not. I mean, yes, they are, but no, they're not.
They're not Iowa.
Oh, they're not Iowa. That's true. But what I was saying is that it is a really beautiful stretch of land and some really cool stuff. It's a great little town to visit.
Well, the other thing I started to say is look forward to some extra episodes. And one of them, we've got some footage of touring around their place in the horse barn, and we're going to talk about traveling up there. Look forward to that. Stay tuned for it. We really encourage you guys to go check them out.
Yep. All right. Until next time.
Whether it's the frickin' fruit whiskey that you're drinking that is legit good for once.
No, the food you're drinking.
Clothes you're wearing by Lyal Strickland at LyalStrickland.com.
Or the people you're meeting, grab a buddy and try something new.
Where's your name on it? Oh, it's down here. Lyal Strickland's down here. I had that covered up a stent like this.